Hello YouTube, it's your boy B3, back with another kicking movie reaction review. You know, I recently did Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills, so I thought I would continue the slasher trend with some other things, including more Halloween films. Today we are doing Halloween 2 from 1981, horror, thriller, slasher. You can watch it a lot of places. I have the DVD, obviously, but it's on Sling TV, Fubo TV, Amazon Prime, Philo, YouTube, Google Play, Vudu, and AMC. Those are all the places you can watch it. It's got a 6.5 out of 10 on IMDb, 31% on Rotten Tomatoes, and a 40% Metacritic, and 88% of Google users liked the film. Let me give you a quick little read-up. After failing to kill stubborn survivor Laurie, played by Jamie Lee Curtis, and taking a bullet or six from former psychiatrist Dr. Sam Loomis, played by Donald Pleasance, I think that's how that's pronounced. Michael Myers, played by Dick Warlock, has followed Laurie to the Haddonfield Memorial Hospital, where she's been admitted for Myers' attempt on her life. The institution proves to be particularly suited to serial killers, however, as Meyer cuts, stabs, and slashes his way through hospital staff to reach his favorite victim. Directed by Rick Rosenthal. That's right, not John Carpenter. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. The budget was $2.5 million, and the box office was $25.5 million in North America. Wow. Absolutely insane box office on this film. But Halloween 2 picks up pretty much right where the original ends. Laurie getting rushed to the hospital and police looking for Myers. Someone gets killed. They think it might be Myers, but it's not. And it's kind of weird that... it's pretty odd that there was a drunk teenager, and this is all spoilers from here on out, by the way, that a drunk teenager was wandering around dressed as Michael Myers before he was, like, officially caught and stuff, and people knew what he looked like. Like, he was in the same kind of, like, jumpsuit and the same mask. The same mask, that kind of makes sense, because in the first one, didn't Myers just steal it from a store? Isn't it just, like, a normal Halloween mask in-universe or something? I don't remember. I haven't seen the original Halloween in, like, a year or so. I don't know. But... so the mask made sense, but why him having the rest of the same stuff on was pretty wild. But yeah, Myers follows Laurie to the hospital, and there's this like weird flashback she has, and I don't know if this still constitutes as a spoiler because pretty much everyone knows this, but she's his sister, turns out. She's his younger sister. She was only like 2 months old in the first film, so we never really saw her. And, you know, Michael's got that fixation, because, like, in this main continuity, I think his motivation is, like, sexual repression. Like, he doesn't know how to feel about his incestuous feelings towards his sister, and towards just kind of women, teenage women especially, in general. And so he kills to kind of release that tension. I think is how it's supposed to be. I think it goes into more detail on that in future films, which I will have to review. I have H2O Resurrection and Curse of Michael Myers, but I need the ones in between 3 and those. So, like, he's killing around the hospital. The kills start to get a bit more interesting. Like, I really like this kill where he stabs a medical instrument into a nurse's back and lifts her off the ground with some insane... absolutely insane upper arm strength. Really wild. And then there's like this shot of her feet kind of kicking, and then like, oh, you can hear cars and stuff. And then when she passes, like, she goes limp, and there's a shot of like her shoes just dropping off. That was so well done. That was my favorite part of the whole movie, was just that one kill. But I mean, this film is almost too long. Like, it kind of takes a little while for Michael to really start doing stuff, and he's barely even. I don't know. I feel like the first Halloween and this one probably could have been consolidated into one film, honestly. I think that would have made it more exciting. However, the suspense wouldn't have been as good. But speaking of suspense, Laurie has that weird flashback, and it's a little too on the nose. We see her like foster mother telling her that she's not her mom, which is a very clear indicator of adoption. So the Strodes adopted her after her parents died, after Michael was committed. But then here's the weird thing. There's like an image of her when she's like 10 visiting Michael, like at the sanitarium. And that's super weird because in that image she looks old enough to be able to remember that pretty clearly. But then in the image, but in the part where the mom tells her that she's not her mother, she looks more like a teenager, like she looks older. So she visited Michael. So she was adopted, taken to visit Michael, which was somehow allowed. She was allowed in the same room with him alone. And then she forgot that and forgot she was adopted. It's very weird. It doesn't make any sense. And some of you are probably thinking, oh, it's not literal. And I'm like, I get that. Like in Halloween Kills, when Laurie's daughter like looks in the window and sees the Michael as a kid dressed in like his clown outfit through the window, like that's obviously not literal. That's just to show her that that's just to show that she's like getting a feeling about what's up there and what's going to happen. It's not literal, and I get that. But in this film, it's like it's way too on the nose to not be literal. Like it has to be. It's so weird. And if it wasn't literal, why would they do it the way they did? Like as the form of flashback memories. It's I don't know. It's hard to explain my feelings on this specific part. Just know that I think the flashbacks were poorly done. I think they could have been done much better. But I do think it was something that needed to be done because we needed a little foreshadowing to the reveal that she's his sister. Because the reveal itself is pretty bad. Loomis is being taken back to the mental hospital he worked at, and it's kind of just like he's just told that, and it's super weird that he wasn't allowed to know that. And then another character even points out that that's kind of fucked, that he wasn't allowed to know that. And I think that's just because maybe in the first film they didn't intend for her to be his sister, but I think making that his thing, making her his sister, I think that actually is for the better. Hopefully that will have some good moments in the future, because I know that comes into play in Halloween H2O for sure, at least. And I can't wait to watch that, but I gotta watch the ones between it first. I don't know how I gotta check my continuity chart. There's a continuity chart. There's like multiple continuities for the Halloween franchise. But yeah. I think the foreshadowing for the reveal was bad, and I think the reveal was bad. But I think what the reveal added to the story was really good. Set design was fine, costuming was fine. Lighting, fine. I liked the cinematography. I did. I think it's better when we don't see Michael's eyes, kind of like this. Kind of like how in 2018 in Kills, like his eyes are hidden. You can't really see him. I prefer that. Because Michael kind of has this calm, emotionless demeanor about him, and it's part of what makes him so menacing and scary. But when you can see the eyes, that's kind of hindered in a way. It's almost like you can see emotion in the eyes. And I just don't. I think it's better to not really see those big old peepers. But that's just a personal thing from me, honestly. It is. Sorry. And I liked the ending where Michael Myers was supposed to be killed for good. I mean, they decided to bring him back because I guess the response to the third film wasn't that great. But I'll talk about the third film in a future video because I have already watched it. I watched these boom boom back to back. And then I watched 2 Friday the 13th, one of which I've already reviewed. Tried watching another one, but my Blu-ray player was like, no, I'm not going to play this disc. And I watched Nightmare on Elm Street 2, which I'm going to have to review as well. I've been trying to watch a lot of these. I really want to watch Psycho Goreman. I know that's not a slasher, but I just really want to watch it. So, the ending was really good. I thought the way they killed Michael was great. I liked how he seemed to feel no pain, or at least not much pain, and get over it quickly. How things that would kill a normal man didn't kill him, but he was not immortal. I have a lot to say about the whole immortal slasher thing, and I think I'm going to touch on that more in a Friday the 13th video, because I think it's more relevant there, and I'm not sure I've seen enough Halloween films for it to really make Halloween specifically part of my argument, because this is, out of all the slasher franchises, Halloween might be the best one. In my opinion, the best slasher film is Pumpkinhead, but I really like Halloween, 78 as well. And most slasher films I just dislike, which you're going to find out very soon because I'm watching a lot of them. But I like the ending. They defeated him in kind of a clever way. Dr. Loomis died alongside his obsession. I thought it was really, really well done. I honestly thought it was really, really well done. So that's it. That's all. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, etc. Halloween 2, I think it's alright. It's just not really the type of film I go for. You know, it's got a classic score, and I like the cinematography. I like the Laurie's sister thing. But I'm not sure and I like the ending, but I'm not super sure I'm just not a slasher guy. I'm just not a slasher guy. I think that's just it. That's all. Thank you all once again, and I'll see you all next time when we review another spooky film.